mound.
Welcome to a Sunday afternoon here in Canada. The A's and the Blue Jays in the battle.
He will start Willie McIver with a strike.
A's in the lead 3-2.
6 rehab appearances between Single A Dunedin and
New
Triple
pitcher
A
in the
Buffalo.
game for Toronto.
On the
It is
injured list
Eric
with right
Swanson.
median nerve
Already up
entrapment
0-1 the
for
count on the
nerve
catcher, Willie
issue.
McIver. And McIver fouls the next pitch off. He's quickly down 0-2.
Nathan Lucas remains in the game in center after hitting for Miles Straw.
Nathan Lukes now in center.
Four-seamer and splitter.
McIver calls time.
Batters.
Here's the payoff pitch to Swanson. And McIver hits a fly ball to right. Coming in is Springer. It's going to drop just in front of him for a leadoff single.
Base hit for McIver.
And now here's the 9-hitter, center fielder, Denzel Clark,
Like
the
the
rookie.
pitch may have jammed him a bit. Four-seam fastball up top of the zone.
He's 1 for 3 after the
Just
rookie
near the
McIver
rim. Drops in there in front of the right
gets a
fielder.
hit.
Now Denzel Clark, 1 for 3. Had a base hit and stole the base back in the fourth.
Clark shows bunt. Swanson misses down. It gets by him. And McIver is going to go to second.
And up to second goes McIver.
That was a little slider from Eric Swanson, and we've seen Alejandro oftentimes with the ball.
Now
too.
one
He's
hit from
trying to
Denzel
pick
Clark,
that
and
ball cleanly, but he
Willie
comes up
McIver's
empty.
going to score.
And it'll be, you can see it bounce. It'll be a wild pitch on Swanson.
It's a wild pitch, but Alejandro knows he's got to block that baseball, whether you pick it cleanly or slide over and block it.
Here's the
with your
1-0.
chest protector.
Clark shows bunt, and oh boy.
Down goes Clark. And the
That hit him.
umpire, Tom Hanahan, is saying it hit him. Looks like it did hit the hand, not the bat.
Oh, got him right on the hand.
And he raced down to first. Hopefully he is okay. Mark Kotze and a member of the A's training staff
Oh,
are out.
right on the
Definitely
palm
got
of the
him
hand.
on the palm of his right hand, it looked like. Down near the wrist.
Yeah, very dangerous play, square to bunt, and I've always used the term you have to stick your nose in there because you do to get a good bunt down, but you're very susceptible, and that ball kept riding in on
So
him.
now nobody out here in the top of the 8th. The A's already have a 1-run lead, and they got
Not sure
McIver and
there's
Clark
a good spot
at
to
second
get
and
hit
first,
in the hand,
respectively,
wrist area, but right
for the
from
leadoff
ball,
man,
right
Lawrence,
the
to the
bat
plate.
still looks to be okay.
So 2 on with nobody out. It's the 4th time of the game the A's have had the
Here's
first
Lawrence.
2 men
He's 0 for
in an
3.
inning reach.
He walked and scored in the first inning. He's going to show bunt.
Now Butler shows one.
And Swanson misses down again.
This is the game
Ball 1.
where it's not the Blue Jays, it's the A's who have had all kinds of opportunities. They are 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position today.
Here's the 1-0. Broken bat, fly ball in the shallow left, and coming in to make the catch is Clase. Everybody stays put on the base paths. 1 out.
That bat went
And here's the
flying
rookie
just
shortstop,
to first base.
the AL Rookie of the Year favorite,
Splitter diving away.
Jacob
Big
Wilson,
mark
who
back
is
to where
4
first base, Ernie Clement, to
for
the runner
4.
on first. That's what will happen to a bat sometimes. You catch it right off the end, it just shatters.
So now can the Blue Jays get Jacob Wilson out for the first time today? 4 for 4, 4 singles. Runners are going.
Runners are going. Fire to third. No. Kirk pulls back. It's a double steal.
Well, that's a big play for the Athletics. And poor Alejandro hasn't thrown anybody out today, but he's had 0 chance. The runners are off and running. Swanson gives a look at the runner on second. He turns to the plate, pauses for a second, and then delivers the pitch.
So after the double steal, he used the 0-1, and Jacob Wilson hits a fly ball into right field. This could be deep enough. Springer makes the catch. He'll fire home. McIver's tagging. Here comes the throw. It's offline. Willie McIver scores. And a sac fly for Jacob Wilson. The A's are up 4-2. What a day for Jacob Wilson.
Well, first game back, and this is not like your rehab outings. This is the major leagues, and the game can speed up a little bit, even for a guy that's been around a long time. And watching those runners on that double steal kind of reminds you that.
So 2 out in the 8th
can't
inning.
do that.
Denzel Clark at
Blue
third.
Jays appealed over at third that maybe McIver had left early, but he's called safe.
And now the DH, Brett Rooker, to the plate.
So an add-on run here for the A's to lead by 2. Runner at third, 2 down. And here's Brett Rooker, 2 for 4.
First pitch.
That's
Ripped to
just
third,
foul.
but it's foul.
I wondered if they might put him on. And I know on deck is Davidson, who had hit from the left side, but this guy's dangerous.
Brett Rooker's 2 for 4, 2 singles and a run scored.
And Swanson with that splitter, usually pretty good both ways, righties and lefties.
Logan Davidson on deck. The 0-1 to Rooker is a swing and a miss.
That's a good one.
That was a breaking ball in the dirt that Rooker chased. Payoff pitch. And that's fouled down the third baseline. Another 0-2. He struck him out.
Fastball up and away, a swing and a miss.
Brett Rooker swings and misses a fastball up and away.
Deficit now for the Blue Jays.
But the A's get 1 run off of a Jacob Wilson sac fly. They lead 4-2 heading into the bottom of the 8th.
A 2-run deficit
The rookie
for
Justin
Blue Jays.
Sterner comes in.
They'll get their second look this series.
And in 27
And
games
Justin
this season,
Sterner,
he's
he
got a
was in the Friday night
3.08
game.
ERA
Gave up a run on 2 hits in a third of
with a
an inning.
9.9
Gave up an
strikeout to
RBI
walk
single
rate.
to the guy he's
Or
facing
K to
right
9
now,
rate, I
George
should say.
Springer.
First batter he'll face is
Gave up a
George
2-run
Springer,
single
and
to the
that's
guy
a
on deck, Alejandro
curveball
Kirk.
that misses outside. 1-0.
Four-seamer, cutter, and sweeper. And that was the cutter away to George right there.
George Springer batting third, playing in right field. As that pitch misses down, he's up in the count. 2 balls, no strikes.
The A's have just 1 win in their last 17 games, trying to get out of Toronto feeling better about things.
The 2-0 is a foul ball, third base side.
5th in a row. If they can do that, it would be their longest win streak of the season. This is the 3rd time the Blue Jays have won 4 in a row.
Two-one.
Fouled off, and then catcher's interference. Catcher's interference.
Oh.
On to McIver, and Springer right
William
away.
McIver
Down to the catcher,
interfered
and he
with George
tipped
Springer.
back.
And George Springer is going to be sent down the first.
And Mark Kotze has got to be just.
That's very unfortunate for the
Right now,
A's.
you see how close the catcher is to the hitter. Of course, they're doing that because.
Oh, yeah, he
you
swiped
try
his
to
glove.
catch that ball
Springer's
as
bat
much
hit
as
McIver's
possible
glove.
to steal strikes, but there is a balance.
Now Kirk,
So here's Alejandro Kirk, and he watches that first pitch
who represents the tying
be
run.
right
1
down
for
the pipe
3.
for a strike.
And an
That
RBI
also
double
is
into
true.
the left
Alejandro
field corner
Kirk
his last
is
time up.
the game
Kotze
tying run at the
wanted
plate.
to challenge and
Davidson now playing at the bag, right by
he's not
Springer.
happy.
0-1 pitch is a fly ball.
They'll get out of play, third base side.
Third base side that
Couple
goes
strikes
into the
on
seats, and Kirk is down 0-2 quickly.
Looks like Allen Roden may be getting ready to run if Kirk gets on.
Payoff pitch from Sterner to Kirk. Up high. Ball 1. Foul back.
Boy, even with 2 strikes, he is having really good at bats.
Springer at first. Nobody out. Toronto down by 2. The 1-2 to Kirk is taken down and away to tie the count up at 2.
I mean, look at the middle infielders. They're as straight away as you can be. And look how wide the outfielders are. I mean, because he can hit the ball anywhere. Either line, either gap.
2-2. Missed again. And the count is full.
Right there, too. Not chasing, not expanding.
On deck
Barger next
is Addison Barger. He could be in a pretty big spot. Full count delivery. Ground ball. This could be 2. Instead, it gets by Jacob Wilson. It goes in the left. It's a base hit for Alejandro Kirk. Second hit of the ball game. Kirk at first, Springer at second. Toronto down by 2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. And here's Addison Barger.
He got a changeup from Gunnar Holmgren, and he was all over it. Not necessarily sitting on that pitch. He might be looking heater, but caught the changeup out front and hit a towering fly ball into the right field seats.
And Alejandro Kirk's going to come out.
So Kirk out of the game. Roden is running.
Alan Roden's going to run for him.
Representing the tying run. Nobody out here at the bottom of the 8th.
So nobody out in the 8th. Blue Jays down by 2. Springer at second. Roden now at first. He's the game tying run. Addison Barger will be the go-ahead run at the plate.
I think the delay was Justin Sterner wanted a new baseball and nobody was watching him. So now he's got a new ball. Springer at second, Roden at first, Barger the batter, Clement next. And the Blue Jays looking for some dramatics here in the bottom of the 8th.
And here we go. First pitch. Fly ball right field. That's deep. And it is gone! First pitch. Ambushed. Crushed to right. No doubt about it. Blue Jays take the lead just like that. Addison Barger. Go ahead 3-run homer on the very first pitch that he saw from Sterner. 5-4 Toronto. Unbelievable. And he's going to get the jacket.
Once again, Addison Barger gets a pitch right out over the plate. It's a first pitch fastball. And he gets around it and gets it in the air.
Sterner misses again with that cutter to Ernie Clement. But man, what a shot by Addison. Absolutely crushed. There was no doubt about it. Lawrence, who was in right, he didn't even run. He just watched it go. He was jogging. And it was easily for sure gone.
And the loud contact is getting even louder right now.
And now Toronto is in line to win this one.
He's the guy that in spring training, we all had these conversations. Which one of these young players is going to maybe really shine? And then we're talking a lot about him in June, in July, and August.
Ernie Clement rips one to left. That's going to be down for a base hit off the wall. Ernie Clement digging to second. He is safe. Barely. And the Blue Jays are all over Justin Sterner.
His second hit of the game.
And that all started because of the catcher's interference by McIver.
You see, it's a fastball out over the plate, but it doesn't mean you can't pull it. And he knew it running down the first base line. And he was pumped. And I think we've seen
Look at Vladdy. Look at Vladdy's reaction. Vladdy was like this. He couldn't believe that Addison crushed it. Sterner's day is done.
To become bigger parts of the team.
We're going to get a new pitcher when we come back. Addison Barger has flipped the script in the Blue Jays' favor. Welcome back to the Rogers Center. New pitcher, Grant Holman.
On the first pitch that he saw, Grant Holman
And he misses up high. With his first pitch to Davis Schneider.
Santander on the IL. Varsho on the IL.
Opportunities to shine.
And it's really
Clement at second. Here's the 1-0 to Davis. And it's an inside corner strike. Tied it up at 1.
Clement's double just gets no love at all because of.
He's had a lot of hits.
Yeah. Sorry, Ernie. We've talked about you a lot. And a tough one on the other side.
Justin Sterner cannot believe what he'd done.
Faced 4 batters, catcher's interference, a single, a homer, and a double.
Here's the 1-1. And check swing. Didn't go. Ball 2.
So now that the Blue Jays have the lead,
Jeff Hoffman is now up and throwing
for a 2-run homer by Brent Rooker in the 9th. Here's the good news. Rooker
trying to close things out. Was that his bats? Try to get some more insurance runs as Holman misses high again. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Davis.
Hoffman is going to face Logan Davidson, Max Schumann, and Luis Urias. John Schneider looking on. Davis Schneider 1 for 3.
The 3-1. And
strike 2.
A high fastball that looked like a ball, but Holman gets the call, and the count is full. There's still no one out in the bottom of the 8th.
For some of these A's, what they've been going through the
this
last
is the
few
5th
weeks.
batter that the Blue Jays have sent up. The A's really need an out here. Already down by a run, and that's instead going to be a walk for Davis.
2 on with nobody out.
2 more runners on the base paths. Ernie Clement had always been on there, but now add Davis Schneider.
And the skipper wearing it and feeling it just like all the players are. He's been through it. He knows what they're feeling.
And here's the 8-hitter, Nathan Lucas,
who is 1 for 3. Oh, excuse me. Lucas came on as a pinch hitter for Straw, so 0 for 1. Straw was 1 for 2. And we've seen the bunt at times from Lucas in this situation. He's already got 4 sacrifices this year. We'll see what John Schneider's thinking.
And it makes life a lot easier on your closer if you can have a 2 or 3 run lead. So an add-on run here would be a wonderful thing.
Here comes Willie McIver out to the mound to talk to Graham Holman.
To the mound.
This might be a combination of how they want to pitch to Lucas and or how they want to defend the bunts if he does.
What a thing Addison Barger is turning into right now. And given the Blue Jays, John Schneider used the word threat. That's when he was behind Vladdy. Lefty on the mound today, so he was a little bit low in the order, but he said they want a threat behind Guerrero. He's a threat.
He's a threat. I think
The
that's a good
roof
word.
is open at the Rogers
And when
Center.
you say threat, generally you're referring to a power threat.
Yeah.
And that's what he is showing right now.
First pitch to Lukes. Instead, it's a fire off at second. It goes to the center field by Jacob Wilson. Clement's on his horse. He'll go to third. Runners out at the corners for the Blue Jays. Everything is going wrong for the Athletics.
The mound visit, and I'm sure that's what the conversation was about. And then you can't execute the pickoff play. The shortstop is behind the runner. You're not in good position to field that throw at all.
First and third, still nobody out. Lucas, the batter.
Athletics coach is still instructing the middle infielders of how they want them to play. Now they're creeping in.
First pitch to Lukes is outside. Ball 1. A walk would load the bases.
The bunt may have been on at first and second. It wasn't on that pitch.
And that
but Lucas
is for
look down to Carlos Fabulous after this pitch as well.
This is for Jonathan Clausse.
Between third and short in this kind of a situation.
And I'm sure they
I'm
want
just saying that as a
him in the middle,
hypothetical.
so if
The
it's
A's
hard and
infield is
Irving
in.
does not go from third, they'll try to turn to. If he goes,
Here's the
they
1-0.
try to cut down
And Holman misses high this time. 2 balls, no strikes on
Looks into
Lukes.
the dugout. Again, Lucas looks down to third. Holman has fallen behind 2-0 as the Blue Jays look for more here in the bottom of the 8th.
The 2-0. Fouled off. 2-1 delivery.
And again,
Fouled off
2-2.
again. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nathan Lukes.
I'm with you, Dan. I think with Nathan Lucas, we have seen him, especially later in the count, shoot balls the other way. I thought maybe Jacob Wilson, the shortstop, would be playing over to his right more.
He's content to let it get deep, as they say.
Payoff pitch to Lukes. Inside, and the count is full.
Lucas is a good situational hitter. He understands different situations call for different things.
Clement at third, Davis at first. Clase on deck. Nathan Lukes trying to draw a walk or get a hit. Holman trying to get the ace first out of the inning. Here's the 3-2, and it's a ground ball into right field. Base hit. Clement scores. Davis stops at second, an RBI single for Nathan Lukes. It's 6-4 Blue Jays. The ace still can't get anyone out.
Great at bat again by Nathan Lucas, and he continues to prove himself, getting a great opportunity this season to play, and he chops this ball right over the first baseman and into right field. And the full pickoff attempt, Blue Jays take advantage right away.
Jonathan Clase to the plate. Now
Here's
the
Clase.
corner infielders are in, while the shortstop and second baseman are playing at normal depth. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Clase singled in his last at-bat. That was his first hit of the ball game.
The other 3 games where they seemingly scored at will. This one was a grind. They didn't have that many opportunities. J.P. Sears kept him in check. So did Mitch
1-0. Clase pops up a bunt, and it goes
back to the screen.
to the net.
Sometimes it all
Count now tied at 1.
easily, and sometimes you just need a moment. And that guy provided the moment here today.
He's getting good at it.
Boy, oh boy.
He's still grabbing his bat. Like he's thinking of his next at bat already.
1-1 offering. Clase shows bunt again and pulls back.
In, 2-1.
That one misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And we got an arm warming up in the bullpen for the A's. It's Osvaldo Bito. 2-1. Clase pops up the bunt again, but it's in the seats.
Over the screen into the seats.
Might have been a little self-defense.
2-2 now.
Out of the way there.
Another opportunity for the A's to finally get an out this inning.
David Hopkins, hitting coach, looking on alongside John Schneider. DeMarlo Hale in between them. A 4-run inning and still nobody out. 2 on and a 2-2 count on Clase.
Here's the 2-2. Clase shows bunt again, pops it up. MacGyver is not going to be there to make the catch. Oh, wait, what? Jonathan Clase's out.
Rogers, proud owner and fan of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Why?
Bottom of the 8th inning, and what a bottom of the 8th it has been for the Blue Jays. They have turned a 2-run deficit into a 2-run
Why is
lead.
Clase out? He just...
And they're looking for more. Schneider at second.
Okay, well,
Lucas at first.
all right. Here's Bo, and he hits a fly ball to deep center field. It's at the warning track for Clark. He makes the catch. Tagging is Davis. He'll get up to third.
For the second out as Schneider comes to third.
As Bo flies out to the deepest part of the ballpark. And now here's Vladdy with runners at the corners and 2 out. Lucas stayed put at first. I'm still wondering why Jonathan Clase was ruled out. He just popped up the bunt. He showed bunt. He popped it up. Why was he out? He didn't strike out.
What he is seeing from his teammate Addison Barger.
I don't understand what happened with him. But anyway, that was 2 batters ago now. First pitch to Vladdy is painted on the edge of the zone for strike 1. Really nice pitch from Holman. Oh, Vladdy rips one into left center field. It's in the gap. This should score maybe 2. Davis scores. Here comes the throw home. Luke scores from first. 2-run double for Vladdy with 2 out. Eight to 4 Blue Jays.
Vladdy comes up big again. This time into the left center gap. Fastball out over the plate.
And the Blue Jays, who started this inning down 4-2, now lead 8 to 4. A 6-run 8th inning to flip the tide. As Springer hits a ground ball right to Schumann, fire to first. Springer wasn't even running.
As he grounds out to end the inning.
So Jeff Hoffman will come in to try and get the save. But Addison Barger hit the go-ahead 3-run homer, then a single that scored another run from Lukes, and then Vladdy, a 2-run double. Can the Blue Jays close it out? Let's see what Jeff Hoffman has in store for us. We'll be right back from Canada. Jeff Hoffman now in the game, trying to close things out. The first pitch to Logan Davison is in there for strike 1. New catcher, Ollie Sanchez replaces Alejandro Kirk, and Alan Roden now in left. That's in there for strike 2.
He's just fine with this not being a save situation. I'm sure his manager's just fine with it. They love those add-on runs.
Looked like it was down.
Big double by Vladdy there to get 2 more.
Hoffman gets the call.
He was warmed up anyway. You bring him in. You got the day off tomorrow.
Jeff Hoffman in his first season with the Blue Jays after signing in the offseason after an all-star campaign last year with the Phillies. The payoff pitch is fouled off.
Denzel Clark, as we said, he has done some very good things in this series, and I'm sure has impressed a lot of people who knew him before, people who are just getting to know him, but unless there's a big comeback here for the Gays.
Another 0-2. Got him looking! Logan Davidson freezes up. What a pitch from Hoffman for the backwards K to start things off in the top of the ninth.
Backdoor slider catches the outside edge.
Now Max Schumann.
Here's Max Schumann. He's 0 for 1.
Struck out in his 1 at-bat today.
And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Schumann struck out in his only at-bat today in the 7th. Really has 1 RBI on the season, and that was a solo homer. That pitch is fouled off, and he's quickly down 0-2.
Not to be forgotten, Alejandro Kirk had an RBI double and a single right in front of that Barger homer. Ernie Clement, 2 more hits, a single and a double, came in to score in the bottom of the 8th inning. And then the
watch out pitch.
by Guerrero
up high, ball 1.
gives everybody a little bit more breathing room heading to the 9th. Second double of the game.
Slider.
Instead of it feeling like there's 1 or 2 guys swinging the bat well like it has at times, it feels like there's 4, 5, 6 guys swinging the bat.
And that's what win streaks are made of, right? When you really get the offense.
1-2. Check swing. Didn't go. The count is now tied at 2.
It sure makes life easier on your pitching staff. There's a long stretch there that when you were giving up 4 runs, you're not winning. This team was not winning giving up 4 runs.
And I think as we've heard so many players talk about, they've always got a feeling they can come back in games. And we didn't always see that. Obviously, the road trip was very tough. Offensively, only 6 runs in 6 games. And yes, they're going to face better pitching going forward than they faced in this series. But this can do nothing but give them more confidence that even if they do fall behind early, they've got a chance to come back.
2-2. He struck him out. Foul tip into the glove of Sanchez. And the A's are down to their last out.
Good fastball from Hoffman right there. Looks much crisper today. It's nice to get back out there.
And the
after
last
giving
hope
up
for
a
the
couple
A's is
yesterday,
Luis
get back
Urias.
on
He's got
track
multiple
here
hits.
before the off day and get ready for that next series. You want your closer in his best form.
Luis Urias.
That one's up and in for strike one.
The Phillies in town on Tuesday. Bowden Francis and Zach Wheeler. Blue Jays will see the Phillies here and there over the next couple of weeks.
That one's up high, and the count is tied at 1.
So the Blue Jays are now away from doing what they wanted to do, what you need to do against a team that's really struggling because the schedule gets tougher. Got to hold your own with the good teams and beat up on the struggling teams.
1-1. Popped up. Calling for it is Clement. The Blue Jays come back and win with a 6-run bomb in the 8th. Addison Barger with the go-ahead 3-run bomb. And then the single from Luke's, and then the crushing blow, the 2-run double from Vladdy. 8-4, Blue Jays win.
You're exactly right, Dan, about trying to sweep.
And they sweep the A's at home in 4 games. See y'all later. RV out. Peace.
Coming in.